Welcome to Spot On Podcast. First episode, we here live. Not live, but we here. Travelers Rest, Smoking Lounge, Cigar Lounge. Get some Rocky Patels to try today. And I have with me Mr. Geron Sands, baseball extraordinaire. We're going to talk about baseball in the Bahamas, our youths, and the future of baseball here locally. So we're going to jump right into it. Geron, tell us a little bit about yourself. I mean, I know you from high school. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, a little bit about myself. I guess if we go way back, I always was a baseball player, been into baseball. I tell folks, I've never had a job. Baseball was always my job. Anything with baseball in the Bahamas, internationally, wherever you want to go, we could figure out something about us, about me. Went to St. Anne's High School, went away, played high school baseball, college baseball, professional baseball, came back home, started an academy, creating more professional athletes, or helped creating more professional.
I don't know much of baseball. You want to do short to be a baseball superstar?
Well, that's the thing. Baseball, you could be short. Baseball, you could be a little shorter.
Shorter.
Like so basketball.
You know why? No height requirements.
Well, you can't be too short, but you can be short.
What position you used to play?
I was a shortstop.
What's your favorite position on the baseball field?
Shortstop.
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 Who's your favorite shortstop of all time?
Boy, that's a rough one. I gotta say Derek Jeter was the top one back in my time. We had a guy, Orlando Cabrera. It's a lot of guys, man. I think I like guys more than having a favorite.
All right, there you go. Every guy with different.
But I gotta say this now. My new favorite shortstop is Josh Chisholm.
Miami
Marlins.
Yeah, the superstar.
Obviously, that's my favorite guy right now.
I watch some Marlins. He hopping out, not the gym, but I guess off the turf. He jumping.
He hopping out the gym too.
He jumping.
Yeah. He's a super athlete. Just like a lot of these other guys coming up.
Yeah.
He obviously is the first one, but he was always like that, man. He always was super athletic. The Hops was there, was a basketball player, was a football player, obviously.
You play football too?
Play football too.
All right. What position you used to play football?
Wide receiver.
Wide receiver.
So wide receiver.
That's what I'm obsessed.
Yeah.
It's good, man. So tell us about the academy. You mentioned the academy.
International Elite Sports Academy. We've been in existence. Well, I've been in this business for the past, from 2012, so that's for 10 years. But International Elite, we've been around from 2016, 17. So that give us about 4 or 5 years in this particular, in the industry. What we do is, our motto is to help Bahamian kids excel and be the best they could be on the baseball field as of now.
But listen, not to cut you off. I want you to know this is my home.
Okay.
This is my home turf.
Okay.
So feel comfortable.
Okay, you want me to give it to you?
We don't really have much, by the buck type thing.
Okay,
it's all about having fun, having a good time, and just
that's
talking.
all you got to say. That's
all
all
you got to say. Talking and hanging out, like we usually do, and this time we just get a good friend here, just recording us so everybody can see.
We'll put it this way: International Elite is here to help every Bahamian pursue their dreams and continue education. Right. We have a lot of different legs in International Elite.
Right.
We have the high school aspect where we recruit kids to get off in the high school to continue their education and play baseball, football, basketball, whatever they want, which is called iRecruit. We have iGym, basically, obviously, say the name where guys go and work out. Athletes work out as an athletes only gym.
Right.
We have our own school where our full-time kids actually go to school, and only them.
Yeah?
Yeah, only them.
Where the school at?
School, north of Foxhill. Sorry, north of south of St. Anne's School.
Oh, it's local?
It's local.
Oh, it's local. So you all have a school here?
We have a school here which allows kids to get the extra work in to become that elite athlete. Instead of having to go away and pay all the money,
right?
You could come right there and pay a little bit of money.
Hold on, man. This public knowledge?
Well, yeah, it's public knowledge.
How many students you all have now?
Right now, we currently have 19 kids.
19 kids?
19 boys.
All boys?
All boys.
From what age?
Youngest right now is 12. Oldest right now is 16.
So, a day in the life in these students
kids. Okay.
What's the school called?
International Elite Sports Academy.
All right, yeah. Sports Academy. Now, you know acronym for that? We got to come up with an acronym.
I-Elite. We call it I-Elite.
Yeah, man, because that long.
But I put the name there so we can know what it is, but it's I-Elite. We call it I-Elite. So basically, a kid would have 5:30 gym.
5:30 in the morning.
5:30 gym in the morning. School starts 7:30, depending on what really going on. Prior to COVID, school starts 7 a.m. regardless.
Right.
School, we have Ministry of Education approved SAT, BGCSE, BJC, whatever you want, you could get done. We have qualified teachers. I have to shout out Miss Major from St. Anne's. She was my teacher in St. Anne's. And now...
You going to recruit her?
I recruit her.
Why y'all got to stop? I think all the good teachers on these side against schools. But go ahead, though. Go ahead.
We got Miss Major there who run the show, along with my wife, Danielle, science administrator. So at 7 o'clock, school will start. We go up to 12:30, 1 o'clock. If it's a 12:30 day, after that, we get lunch. And then we head to the baseball field. We go to the baseball field from 1 till about 5:30.
So a baseball field right there on
Pinewood.
Pinewood
Field, yeah. Not most folks know about that.
I know about that one, right? That's the one. I know about that one.
You know about that one?
Yeah, but I know that one up the road, right there.
Yeah.
That's a softball field.
Softball field.
That's a softball field.
Softball field.
So not to be all about the place. Like I say, ain't really much structure here. We having a good time. So what's the difference between a baseball field and a softball field?
Softball field much smaller.
Smaller. The distance between the bases?
The distance between the bases and softball. And baseball is 90 feet and softball is 60 feet. So we get 30 feet difference.
And from the pitcher's mound to the home mound.
The home plate in baseball is 60 feet, 6 inches. And in softball is more like 30 feet.
So you really know, you know this, you know what you're doing.
I know what I'm doing.
You know what you're doing.
I ain't guessing this.
All right, you know what you're doing.
I ain't guessing this. I know this because this is my life. I've never done anything else. I've never had a 9 to 5.
Well, don't say nothing else, because you used to sell chicken.
Well, I mean, that's a
family business. Yeah, you sell chicken.
I never went out but at the same time,
because don't let me call your daddy now, because don't do that. You used to sell chicken. You all used to say, you also get what? 4 locations?
We got 3 locations.
3 locations.
4 locations. But at the same time I was doing that, I was always doing baseball.
Yeah.
I was always doing baseball.
You multitasking.
Always and always. Yeah. And that's the main thing. But, it all came up because while I was playing, I used to see guys my age in the major leagues. I was like, babe, how he getting
when you was coming up.
When I was coming up. When I was 19.
You see guys in the major leagues.
I see dudes 19 in the major leagues. And I like...
What's the guy? What's his name? The Hispanic. Well, Jesus, everybody Hispanic. From the Braves.
Rafael Facal. I don't know if you mean him.
Facal, no, his name getting A.
Andrew Jones.
No. I'm talking about now.
Now. Oh, Acuna. Ronald Acuna.
Listen, man, I was a Brave fan, right? So I try to remember players. But I only watch postseason. We're in October.
Right.
It's 120, 130 games.
160.
See that? 160. I can't watch 160 games.
162 to be exact.
I was watching when they're coming down to crunch time.
Right.
I remember one year, the Braves started selling postseason tickets. Go on a losing streak and get kicked right out of the postseason.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that.
So I was a Brave fan.
I used to be a Brave fan.
He was a Yankee now.
I ain't nothing.
He was a Miami man.
No, I is a player fan now. I go for players because
you scared of bias. You can't be afraid of bias, man. You think Robert Kraft ain't get a favorite team? These fellas get a favorite team, man.
I hope his team is New England.
I mean, that's his team he won. He might have another favorite team. But, so, in your opinion, right?
Right.
So here it is for me. I know, let's go back.
Right.
Let's go back a couple years growing up. It was, and then you can tell me very wrong, it was Geron, Godfrey Gully Burnside,
yes,
Garvin Williams, to Forsyth, the Forsyth
Neil,
boys,
Neil.
Right? Our good friend who's somewhere out there, I hope he soon come home one day.
Who's that?
Byron Ferguson.
Yes.
CJ. Who else? Watching all your guys play baseball.
You missed some names, but that's the era.
I know
that's
the era. I know everybody.
Right.
And I might miss some names. I apologize.
I can help you with that.
I don't know everybody, but come and then you have Craig Jones. What's the next Craig name?
Greg Burrows. You got Anton, obviously. Anton is the first base coach for the Giants. Right now.
He's have some fresh kicks, man. He has some fresh kicks. I supposed to DM him and tell him I can lead them in the 9.5.
Oh boy, I can lead that.
Yeah,
DM him.
Some ones, some orange ones, Jordan ones.
I saw them in the playoffs, I think.
With the Bahamian swoosh. That's nice. Antonio, this is what I mean. I say all that to say, if we had known then, what we know now, how many of those players would have been still playing?
Honestly, if this system what we have now was in my time, when I was this age, with that age of these kids, we probably wouldn't have been sitting there right now.
I had to go through your publicist to get you to sit down with me.
No, you would have been where I was. You would have been over that way. We would have been sitting over there somewhere.
All right then, all right.
We would have been sitting over there. But my point is that
that's a gift and encourage though, because now we here and we have the ability to help everybody.
Exactly, and I think that's when I think back. I think that's the reason why I played where I played and did what I did, and my team and all of us who make a part of this. Because if all of us they go back then, I mean I don't know what would have been happening now.
Right.
But the talent that was on back then, it would have been that we would have had at least 10, 20 Major League Baseball players.
Because think about it is, in our era, and then the era right before us,
right.
I had some ballers too.
Right.
I think Sock had a bunch, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Everything got to do with Sock. You had Sheldon Armstrong,
you had
Lefty, Eddie Campbell.
You had Eddie.
Meeks.
I
had Meeks is a monster.
Meeko Sands is one of the best ballers like back then that I know of.
Yeah, he was just a legit monster.
He actually had a offer to sign pro when he was 16, but he didn't take it. I know that as a fact.
Wow.
You know what I mean? He went on and he got his degrees in engineering and he doing this thing. But I say that to say like, you know, it would have been so much more like the Sheldons and the Godfreys and like the Moosey. You can't forget Moosey Wong.
Yeah. The Vaughn Wong, right? Yeah.
You know, and like all these guys, and we just was full with talent, man. And we look the guys today that
that's wake up in the morning, go to school, go to practice, go play ball.
No, you going far. That's wake up in the morning, go to school Monday to Friday, go to the park Saturday. That's how we start off.
And play ball.
Saturday.
No training.
Saturday.
No nothing.
Nothing. And then as times went on, as we get older, we might add a day or two to the week. And then we was...
That's because the competitiveness you allow within yourself. But then you lose. So you always practice without coaches.
Without coaches.
Because I remember walking to Freedom Farm from my Gavin.
Of course.
Sitting on there just watching others. I was never good enough to play. I was never good enough to play. I remember that. But it was to be fun.
But it was fun because like at one point the park was the place to be. Like if you remember back then, like when game going on, like everybody, it was booked.
Yeah.
You know, and like now I see, you know, things change and a lot of different things change. And like I guess it's changing with the time. Social media, all these different things come to now. But like back then with the talent that was in that era and a couple other ages below, like it was incredible because for humans, what I realized, you know that song, Inagua is the best kept secret?
Yeah.
Remember that song?
Yeah.
It's the Bahamas when it comes to baseball, it's the best kept secret. I telling you this.
I believe that, you know, and I believe that because why I say it is because we are a country of 400,000, give or take.
Give or take.
And all we have to our disposal or to use at this time is not much. Not much. We have JBLN, we have Freedom Farm, we have the park in Pinewood. There's
That's it.
Is other baseball field for juniors.
Softball field.
That's a softball field.
Let me clarify.
The one over here is a softball field.
We're out by
St. Paul's.
That's a softball field. That's a little league field.
That's right. It's a
little league and softball use the same field.
Oh, okay. There we go. So, but there's no batting academies. There's no pitching clinics. There's nowhere to teach you how to run the bases. If that's something that need to be happening. There's
running.
There's no catching facility. None of these things. There's no, besides I guess I-Lead and whatever other academies. There's no facility tailored to these things. If we realize of pure natural talent, we have these boys going out and
doing what they doing,
pitching the ball, and I been the coach pitch game. What else? Monday night.
Monday night.
I think the young guy is 8.
Danny.
He almost hit home run.
Yeah.
I think it's his second
Yeah.
year. I think it's his second year playing
Ever
baseball.
playing.
Ever playing. And this is my just of pure, natural,
ability. Just change.
athletic
That's it.
talent.
That's it.
Just a regular 2 days a week,
If
hour and a
that.
half
Yeah,
practice.
That's it. With 20 other kids.
That's it.
That's
So
it.
if you take these kids from let's say 12. Let me say I say 12 because
That's the age.
between 6 when they
They
start
still having
playing
fun.
T-ball.
Yeah.
Right. Between
Yeah.
4 and 11 is a matter of, okay, if I really want to go play today, if
Well,
I want to
yeah,
so
yeah.
at 12, going
kinda
into the kid
getting
and say,
more
okay, I want to be
baseball
the
player.
next Anton Richardson. I want to be the next Charles.
That's right.
I want to be the next, what's the guy? The Rackley guy that gets signed
Ryan
the other day.
Rackley.
I want to be this next Ryan Rackley. So now I have to now tailor make myself and my program and program myself to go to the next level. So now I gotta go, get up and put in the work before school, get my education in because that's important. And then after school, I gotta go
back
put in
again.
the work again. And then go home, study, do homework, and start all over again. It's a sacrifice I have to make because now I feel like it's attainable. Because somebody that used to play and run up and down Freedom Farm barefoot is now in the major leagues. And he is not only in the major leagues, he is a superstar in the major leagues. He is now becoming a household name in Florida. So it's possible with the right training and the right facilities.
That's you spot on. You spot on. The thing is this. What we fail to realize, all right, in these leagues that we have at JBLN, Freedom Farm, Freeport, Abaco, Elutra, wherever you are, they are great leagues to get you involved. Where we missing, where the I don't want to say where we drop the ball, but where the gap is when that 12 to 16.
So you're saying, like repeat that, like help me understand that. 14 to 16.
Yeah, 12.
12 to 16.
Yeah, that's the gap.
That's the gap.
Because, all right, I feel like we creating a baseball culture in the country.
Right.
And you got to think, you got to go a little deep with me. What I mean by a baseball culture, I mean, if you look at the Dominican Republic, if you look at Panama, if you look at Venezuela,
right,
they have major leaguers who go back home and teach kids how to do things, how to be in the minor leagues, how to be a good major leaguer, how to be a Hall of Famer. We don't have that here. So we now starting the trend of having major leaguers to make it to the Hall of Fame, to in 10 years, 20 years, 15 years, come back home, and that culture would already be in place.
So
how to do things.
You think the discontinuation, I hope that's a word, otherwise my wife see that she can eat me alive. The discontinuation of night league had any major effect on baseball in the country?
Most definitely. Most definitely. Not only just night league, but just developmental leagues. We don't have developmental leagues in this country. We don't. There's nowhere that developing the talent to be elite talent.
Right.
We have leagues. Now keep in mind, you have, I don't want to say recreational leagues, but we have leagues that try, but obviously for coaching reasons and bringing in the right coaches, guys are not giving back who was there, who could teach the game to that level. So now we are, thank God for the parents.
So when you play JBLN or Freedom Farm, and then you could help me, if you feel like help me understand. You go from T-ball. You go from T-ball, right?
T-ball.
Just 1 second, just topping up on some beverages.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate that.
Thank you very much. Yeah. You go from T-ball.
Yeah, you go from T-ball, right? And then from T-ball, you go to coach pitch,
right?
And then coach pitch, you go from self pitch.
9, 10, where the pitch start pitching.
They start pitching at 10.
Right. 9.
10,
right.
So 9, 10, 11, 12.
Which is little league.
Right.
13, 14, and then 15, and it's like you kind of go open from there.
15, 16. Yeah. So basically, you finish high school at 17. So if you go all the way through the process of a JBLN or a Freedom Farm, right?
Right.
At 17,
Right.
if you are a average talent, right? An average talent with very little exposure, right? So you don't have the opportunity to go play travel ball. We get into it, travel ballers.
Right.
So you don't have the opportunity to play travel ball,
Right.
but you don't really know scrub. You don't know Carlo.
You could play.
Yeah, you don't know Carlo. You can play. You can play 3-4 positions.
Right.
You know, but you work your way up. You start a baseball from 4.
True, JBLN or Freedom Farm.
All the way up. But now you're 17.
Right.
You go to college just to go to college for the education.
Right.
But you was an average baseball player.
Right.
What I trying to figure out is, like you say,
be home. You say,
yeah, like you be home. So you go to college, you go to college and you play.
Right.
They call it intramural.
You could play intramural.
Right, intramural baseball.
You will play intramural.
Right, so you will never make FSU team.
No,
but you are right.
You on intramural, you could jump.
You could jump. Right. You finish your little 4 years, you come back here. You still love baseball, but ain't nothing for you to do.
Nothing to do.
All you have to do now is come back and try and coach the little guys. That's it. But you 24. You still young.
Still young.
You can still jump.
You still could jump.
But ain't no league for us.
Nothing.
Ain't no league for them.
Nothing to give you opportunity. Not you remind me. But nothing there. The only thing, and see what that does. If you look at Cuba, right? We know the situation with Cuba, communist country, all that stuff. Their league is equivalent to top level baseball in the world. So you have Cuban.
They're inter-country league.
They're inter-country league. They have the league which you talking that we don't have.
Right. The Chinese have a league too, eh?
Chinese too. The Chinese actually have a professional league like the major leagues. The equivalence of the Chinese, or not the Japanese league.
The Japanese league.
And the Korean league is equivalent almost to the major leagues. Because you have dudes who come from the Korean league or the Japanese league.
Right.
And go straight to the major leagues. And get paid hundreds of millions of dollars.
So they don't have to do the little triple A, single A, double A, all them other things. No. We got double that do.
Now, Cuba, same way. Cuba guys who signed for $80-something million. Straight out of Cuba. That's where I want our country to get to.
At what age?
Whatever age. 24. They had a guy at 26 signed.
What's 24. The youngest you could be in the majors?
The youngest you could be in the majors I've seen is 18.
Not in the
majors,
triples.
18.
In the majors.
Rafael Fakal for the Atlanta Braves back in the day. 18 years old.
I like that plug for the
Andrew
Braves.
Jones
I should wear my hat.
Yeah, you should wear that. Andrew Jones, 18 years old. Ken Griffey Jr.
The Braves, right?
Jones
is the Braves.
Yes.
Ken Griffey. But Ken Griffey come from baseball stock, man.
But that's my point.
He come from baseball stock. He better stop.
We can start having baseball stock here when these kids start having kids. See,
hold on now, we ain't gotta go that far because you have little man.
I have little.
So what little man doing? I see little man out there playing with a football. So what he can do?
Little man can do what he good at.
He can do what he good at.
Yeah.
And you can be cool with that.
I can be cool with that.
You don't be done die. Listen now, buddy. No. You gonna have to pick up this stick in this baseball.
I mean, he like baseball now. So right now, I cool.
Yeah.
He asking me to play baseball.
That's good. That's what you like.
Yeah, I ain't telling him let's go play baseball.
Yeah, my son has played baseball, but he loves soccer.
I might switch.
From before he walking, he was talking about soccer, and now he is a soccer beast. But in my opinion, that's my son.
It might switch.
It might switch, but you have the opportunity to do whatever you want to do.
And I think as kids, when you have that 5 to like 10, 11, let kids play everything. Don't limit them to one particular sport because that's where the athleticism comes in.
So before I ask you the tough questions that will cause me getting in trouble, let me tell you what I was told. So I was told by, you know this guy, because he told me, so you coach him, Alex Thompson.
Yeah.
He is my son's soccer coach.
Wow, that's a name.
Yeah. he said, you coach him in baseball. Mm-hmm. He told me one thing. He said, my son has something that a lot of kids don't.
Right.
Right? And I thought it was just...
He thought he telling you
yeah,
this.
you know, just... bullshitting me or whatever. Just giving me the little talk. Make me feel good.
Yeah.
So I asked him, what could that possibly be? Because I know, he said, my son has support, parental support from both parents. He said he's seen both parents drop him, pick him up, and stay to practice. He said that right there is the most important thing when it comes to developing young athletes? The parental support.
I honestly feel like that might be number one. Support. Me in the position I'm at, I was able to see kids with support and without support, with a little bit of support, with a lot of support. It's also a such thing as too much support.
Too much support. That ain't support, that's involvement.
Right.
It's involvement. That's when your mommy and daddy want to be your manager and all that other things.
They want to do everything.
Right. So, but if my mommy and my daddy is baseball
different.
experience or football experience or soccer experience, it's different.
That's different.
But if they don't have the experience, they have to learn.
If your mommy and daddy is an accountant and a lawyer, and you playing baseball, I ain't going. No.
Because you can sign no contract and no money can be enough. Well, what a time. Well, what a time. So here's the kicker, right?
Right.
This is what I really need to know.
Right.
This is what I want to know. We done touch on a little bit of this and a little bit of that and a little bit of this, and you still get some time. But what I really want to know, right? How you feel about this? I got to sit up on this one. So, us as being, but you know how we go, WhatsApp and social media is prevalent in our society. And everybody talking about how Abaco and Inagua and Crooked Island and all these places in 100% or some places in about 50% back to normal. Homes, structures, business, Grand Bahama. Grand Bahama, I feel like it's like the stepchild. Like we really, like they really treat Grand Bahama like the child, like they really didn't want.
Yeah.
But the child has so much potential.
Plenty.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's the middle child. So it's like Nassau, Freeport, Abago. I get asked in my drink place because still drink this. Nassau, Abago, Nassau, Freeport, Abago. Right. So they give all the love to Nassau and Abago. Freeport have so much potential. The roads in Freeport is the best roads in the Bahamas.
But we still don't give them that.
On my way to 8 Mile Rock, I have to pass the cruise ship graveyard or the cruise ship mechanic shop.
Yes.
You understand this? But they bring cruise ships here. Carnival cruises, Norwegian cruises. All these people bring their cruise ships to the Bahamas to get fixed. Right? But we have this child locked up in the room. And we ain't giving them no extra nothing. Just what they need to survive.
That's it.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. No snacks, no outings, no nothing. Going back to my point. With all that being said, right? So Freeport, Abago, Crooked Island, they just need work to be done. Right? It might only cost them $3 million to get...
Let's say $5 million.
Let's say the $3 million to get Crooked Island and Nago. Probably another... 2-3 million alone for Abaco, and Grand Bahama probably a little 5-6 million.
Right.
I really good at maths.
That ain't 15.
I don't think that's 20 million.
No, that ain't 15.
All right then. We have a structure. That's a structure. We have a structure, bro. Right there off
course of GHS.
Yeah. They ready bump what? 27 million in it? 27 million in this structure. They need another 31 million. So 27 and 31 is plenty money. So after they pump this 31 million that the government say they can put this 31 million back. And don't get it wrong, this ain't no political podcast. Say some point this out.
Right.
But we talking baseball.
Right.
So all together, that 27 and 31, that's plenty money.
Yeah.
How long it could take to get the money back? Your children can't get the money back on the baseball field. Because in order for you to get that back, you got to try signing all kind of major league teams to come down for spring. And they ain't coming because they have options now. They could go to Florida.
Hawaii.
They go Hawaii. They can stay in the United States. They go to Europe, down to Arizona. They go everywhere and anywhere. We ain't as special as we used to be. And for them to come here, you have to go cut one deal with one of these 4-star hotels and open that they have enough space for all these people. And it ain't really conducive per se on a consistent basis. And this is my street opinion. This is not my educated opinion. I just feel like that's plenty money.
I agree with you.
What's your take on the whole thing?
Okay.
From a baseball standpoint, Not a political standpoint.
Of course, nothing ever political with me. That's the first thing. From a baseball standpoint, me just talking, I would have liked to see baseball fields all over the island first.
But then I see they doing that now. They renovating Blue Hill fields.
But I get into that. They renovating Blue Hill for an event this summer.
Oh, that's the only reason.
Yes. They renovating Blue Hill for an event this summer. Firstly. Secondly, the stadium is good. It's a good because every country should have a stadium. The way you could have a national event.
Can we produce a national team?
Right now, a certain age. Not every age.
Not every age.
No.
Not an adult national team.
Adult national team because we have 27 professionals.
You have 27 professionals.
27 professionals.
And how much players on a baseball roster?
25.
So we could produce a national team.
But plenty of them is the same position.
Everybody gotta be shortstop, you know.
We got.
Y'all gotta stop.
Put it this way: in the Bahamas, they only come in for shortstops and center fielders.
Because we short and fast.
No, not just short and fast. We athletic. Shortstop and center field is the two premium positions on the field. And when I mean premium, it don't get no more premium than that.
No, I don't like. I don't like Mookie Betts, but
Mookie?
I don't like him.
I like Mookie, man.
As a player, he good, you know.
Mookie good,
but he like Aaron Rodgers. Like Aaron Rodgers robbed the Cowboys. Mookie Betts has robbed my Braves. I can't take that.
I know what you mean.
Where did he hit no months? He catching balls to the top.
Mookie 5'8", 5'9", you know.
I 5'8".
Yeah.
Man, it ain't too late.
You and Mookie.
So it ain't too late for me to play baseball.
No, it ain't too. Now hold you. That's the thing. Yeah, I mean, hold up.
Well, I like with a cutoff man. And there's a cutoff. Who's the cutoff man? Second base
or shortstop?
Shortstop.
Yeah,
once I got a good cutoff man. I don't even need to make millions. Just 100,000.
100,000.
100,000.
You can sit down and go.
Yeah.
Take notes. All that.
What? Ali Bobby Boucher. But going back to the stadium.
On a serious note, right? I think it's good for us because we could host events. But we need more people to play in the stadium. See, right now, if the stadium was built today, and that's probably the reason why it ain't built, not take out the money factor and all that stuff. For me, and that's just me talking.
Yeah.
I don't think we have the players to play in the stadium right now. When you're talking about a national stadium.
Right.
The only dudes who playing on that level is the professionals.
The 27.
And it's only 3-4 months out of the year that they could be home to play in that stadium.
Yeah, so like I mentioned earlier, we had travelers. So every week is a special. And these guys give me a nice little grilled chicken burger. Dive right into this, you know, science them, they celebrities, man. They don't like eating on camera. But I can take a bite and I can let you know how it is. So when you come, you can ask for the Carlos special. No, don't do that. Ask for the grilled chicken sandwich. So it's solid. They're nice in the season. And if anybody know me, know I don't lie with food. So, we straight. There we go. All right, you can pause it now and then. So, Geron.
Yeah.
Let me know now. Where is that? What are you saying now? This burger got me now.
It got me too.
We was talking about not having the players to play in the stadium.
Right.
So, because we don't have the players right now to play in the stadium, it ain't no rush for the stadium to be finished.
Hold on. Well, it's a sports tourism side as well.
Right.
You know what I mean? But how much events could we have per year with sports tourism with baseball?
With baseball.
We have a window.
And baseball season is from?
Baseball season is from like spring training start in February, which is now the end of this month. Guys reporting the camp until September, October.
Right. Red October. I always remember Red October.
Mr. October, like until October. So that gives us November, December, January.
Right.
Unless we have a spring training game in February or March.
Right.
Obviously, I don't know the specs of the stadium, and I'm hoping, and I think it should be up to Major League standards to have these teams
Well, listen.
come in.
If we spending 60 plus million,
We
or
should have
60 million,
If that's what it is, we have it.
that should be the best stadium in the world, in my opinion. Now, I don't know how much baseball stadiums cost. But the thing about it is, the regular baseball, if I got on my TV, I don't watch the Braves play, because I just only watch the Braves to the playoffs. I don't say that, I can repeat that, because I don't want
But
nobody
the Braves got
judge me.
about 40, 50,000 in the stadium,
But that's my thing. You can sit all around.
all around. I think the stadium.
You only can see players.
I think we only can see 2,500. Don't quote me.
But you only
But
can see.
it's some-
And I never been inside, but only the players from behind home plate.
Yeah, like the back section.
So I can't even
You can't go around.
So if my son decided to be a baseball superstar along with my nephews, right? And they had the ball at the park, I got instead of feel like I'm gonna catch it.
No. You gotta wait till they get to the big leagues in Miami Stadium.
So I gotta go stand. I know I can do. You know what I mean? Pull out chair.
And you can sit on
I can sit down on the fields that they doing over now for the tournament in summer. I can sit right there and I can watch it. And if the ball come over,
You can know.
I can catch it.
But you
I
only see it.
guarantee
You
you.
only see it though.
I guarantee you. Between my son, my nephews,
One of them
or
do it.
4 of them, 5 of my nephews.
Someone got it.
Somebody, and I have a nephew playing 9, 10.
Mm-hmm.
I have two nephews playing. I have one nephew playing
Coach pitch.
coach pitch. I have a nephew playing 9, 10.
9, 10.
I have two nephews playing.
And you have someone 11, 12.
What you call it, a step nephew? I have a step nephew.
nephew.
I have not a step, but you know.
I know what you mean.
Yeah. So I can shout them out. I get my
Get him a shout out.
my biological nephew, Jalen, I think he playing 10, 11.
Right.
That's
11, 12.
11, 12.
Right.
And then I get Chiano, new ball.
Chiano in 11, 12.
Right. And then I get Grayson, new ball.
Grayson and coach pitch.
Then I get Elijah.
How old?
Elijah's played coach pitch.
Coach pitch.
With Grayson and my next nephew and my son, Kale.
Can't forget.
And then you get my boy son, Danny.
You get Garvin's son.
And then Garvin's son is Grayson. That's Chiano them. That's Chiano them.
Yeah.
I get my boy son, Danny. He's played. Danny Roll. Who else I know? Then Dario's son is played. Dario's son is played.
You get played. You get. So you
then
got
Garvin's son is played. I guarantee.
And Garvin nephew.
Yeah, right. Garvin nephews. Oh, jeez,
right.
they monsters.
So you got.
Yeah, because Carl's son is he like me. He's like a big man.
Okay.
And then you get Nishka's son. So I know all kind of baseball players going around. I got my boy T. Rogers' son.
You get
his son is played.
You get all kind of baseball players.
Yeah.
So you gotta sit in the back there. Yeah. Someone got it.
Sonic, you know Sonic? Sonic's son is played.
Yeah.
Who else? And then Mikey, little Mikey, so Mikey's son is played. So, play shortstop, but some of them by JBLN, but
right. Same thing.
At the end of the day, like if we open up this country and open up this baseball arena to these youths, we supposed to be able to take off.
Carlo, keep this fact in your head. International Sports Academy from 2017, I-Elite. From 2017 to 2022, we sang about 10, 12 guys went into the pros.
When you say pros, let me understand. All right, so like, I follow 10 years seniors. Right. They keep me up to date. Nal son is a monster too. Yeah, and then remember, you know Shakimba.
Yes.
Yeah, Shakimba sons, they gangsters.
He just signed.
They beast on the field.
He just signed. He actually with the Marlins now. He's with the Marlins. He did Friday to go. Yeah.
You know, Shakimba used to be a beast on the softball field raised in the school. She played for Faith Temple.
Faith Temple.
She all she doing is developing baseball stars.
That's Sharif. Sharif Nemor is one of the newest Marlins. Beware. He's 16 years old. Beware.
But listen, and you have another guy we're cool with now, Castino,
Kristen Monroe.
His son.
Tanaj Thomas.
That's
his
the pitcher?
Stepson, the pitcher.
The pitcher. He saw it too? How old he is?
6'4", 6'5".
How old he is?
21.
Jeez, I 40 almost, and I ain't even 6 foot yet.
Keep in mind, see, we got to go back. These guys came in, Tanaj Thomas especially, someone I am very close with and feel it for him. Tanaj Thomas moved from Freeport to Nassau at the age of 12, 13. Don't know no one. moved in with Castino and his family, Christie's aunts.
Yeah.
Christie's aunts, I must say this, Christie's aunts, Castino's aunts, hell of a parents because
I they just think it's a baseball family.
They is a baseball family.
Yeah, they made 8 children. 8 children.
Right.
Well, biologically, they don't have 8, but they have but 8 children and all of them play baseball.
All play baseball. She got 3 professionals in her household.
And then I see my boy, I don't know if you know Dave. Dave Forbes, he loads in us. Dave Forbes got a son. I think his son just turned 14 or 15.
Dave.
14, and he...
Dave who coach?
He's coach, yeah.
I know Dave.
And Dave's son, but 6...
Tall.
6'2".
Tall, Dave.
At 14, he walking around St. John's in grade 9, the tallest boy in the school.
Yep.
And he played baseball.
Yep.
Yeah, he had 1 or 2 where he cleared a fence.
Yes. What people ain't realizing, I believe the Bahamas, we supposed to be baseball players. You might think I joking. We so used to the fish fry and the this and the that and the dock and the beach and da. We supposed to be baseball players. Carlo.
Because we only just go a certain night.
We ain't no 7 foot people.
But we fast.
We could run.
We was running from this girl in the club, running from fighting day.
We could talk about that. We could talk about that.
Running
From fight, running to the fight, running from the fight, just running. We could run. We could run.
Naturally.
We athletic. You could take a typical Bahamian. You just see walking along the street, and they could play something.
Yeah.
I challenge the government, and I always tell any government, ain't no this government or that government, any government, make every male and female have an extracurricular activity.
But here's the thing. So that's a good idea, right? So here where I feel the issue comes in. When you have that in public and private schools, you have certain teachers in both institutions. When you see 3 o'clock come, 3:05, they out the door. And this could piggyback me into another conversation for another part, for another episode. Teachers are underpaid.
Agreed.
Right? Yes, they paid a stipend from what I understand.
Right.
Once again, everything I say is from my street knowledge.
Right.
Not my educational opinion.
Right.
Street opinion.
Right.
Real life, real circumstance.
Real life and what it is.
Right.
Yeah.
They get a stipend. So, I put you through St. Arts. The Miss Major, like you say, she put you through St. Arts. Now she working with you. I wouldn't say for you. Working with you.
Yes.
I don't know what you paying her. Let's say hypothetically you paying her $50,000 a year, right?
Right.
That's more than teachers is make.
Agreed.
So if you only pay me $26,000 and $27,000, when 3 o'clock am I leaving? You know why? Because 4 o'clock my other job start.
Right.
But if we compensate them enough, they'll take more interest in things that is going to benefit the children after school, right? And that's why I respect, this is baseball, but that's why I respect KJ Johnson from C.I. Gibson. He took it upon himself. I don't know what his stipend was as a government school coach. But once you play at Johnson, you got to be to school at 7 o'clock because you have, like you say, you have practice early in the morning. You have, let's say you have practice 3 days a week. So Monday, Wednesday, and Friday you have practice. Tuesday and Thursday you got to come to school early. You have study hall. After school, you have study hall. In order to play for Johnson, you have to have a 2-point GPA.
Right.
He put all the stuff in because he had the exposure, the college exposure. I think he tried for the LA Clippers and all these other things.
Yeah.
So you have all this exposure. He know what it is to run a successful program. So people tell me, say, but in my opinion, I think he is one of the best basketball coaches in my era.
I agree with you.
In my era.
I agree
because of his program.
I agree with
and
you.
And because of his winning percentages, only help his program. So you don't want, you could be, and I watch him change 0.0 GPA students, basketball players, to graduate at a 2 I ain't telling you what I see.
You witnessed that.
If we look at the championship straight way to the bottom, it's a team manager, Carlos Chef Ramsey. That's my nickname. I've been cooking for a long time, but my name on the straight. So we doing assembly.
You up there?
We doing assembly and they call my name and they cheer for me like I hit the game and the 3 point. But at the end of the day, he had a program. A lot of coaches do a program. Trevor Grant from Seattle Walker. He had a program, but that's a little stiff program. All these players had to cut off all their hair, getting up no facial hair.
That's the Yankees.
That's the Yankees.
The Yankees
at one time,
no facial hair.
all they had was eyebrow.
Nothing else.
Trevor had big
and you know in high school, yes, be trying to get
yeah, he trying to hold on to
a little something.
But Trevor had a program called Rest Chuck Mackey.
Chuck Mackey from RM.
God bless you all, old coach McQueen.
McQueen, I was going to mention McQueen.
Yeah, McQueen is another monster on the coaching scene.
Talking about McQueen, I learned a lot of the stuff as far as traveling and like dealing with kids and dealing with people from McQueen. Even though he's a basketball man, because I play basketball coming up, but obviously baseball I went into. But McQueen is the person, when you're going in Georgia, and the people who watching this who know who went to Savannah, Georgia with us year after year.
Right.
The Yellows, the Brandos, the
Tunky,
the D'Angelos, God rest their dead, the Kenji, everybody.
Yeah.
The Donkeys, everybody. When you talk about everybody, and McQueen was the only coach on the trip with 15 dudes.
Yeah, that ain't easy.
And because I do
50, it, not even 15, that's 30 different personalities. Because the morning you like this,
from all over,
and this afternoon you like that.
And McQueen dealt with that.
Yeah, McQueen someone to do.
And I looking at him like, now as an adult, how you do that?
Yeah.
Because I dealing with kids now on a regular basis. I mean, and I get a lot of ideas from Coach McQueen. That was my boy. That was my.
But he was a player. He called a player's coach.
Yes.
He was a player's coach.
Yes. And you know, when I look at it and I be like, boy, like I really respect this man for what he was doing at that time. Because that's time. That's time. We talking about 20-something years back.
Because you've been in school almost
20-something.
20 years
almost
plus.
20 plus.
20 plus, yeah.
Right. So my point is, so back then,
I still look good for the...
Man, we look good. We look at some people now, we can't notice them.
No, I agree. So and it ain't even the masters.
It ain't even the masters, it's just them.
So I look that bad.
So my point is, like, when you look at all the people and where I get my knowledge and information from about how to do stuff, like the McQuays, you know, the KJs, because KJ is my boy. KJ is my boy, and I love what KJ is too. You look at, you know, in Freeport, we have a talented...
Butler.
Freeport.
Butler's solid too, though.
Freeport of so much talent, we don't even know.
But see, that's the advantage. And that's what I tell you, like, Freeport is a stepchild. Buddy from Freeport. What's the superstar female? Jonquil from Freeport.
Which Indy boy, what track man was from Freeport? And
what's the other guy? Just a piggyback right quick. We got like a couple more minutes. Piggyback. The 400 guy. What's
Stevie Gardner?
Stephen Gardner. You know where Stephen Gardner from?
From Morris
Island. You know Morris Island track is rock.
But some BMS don't know where Morris Island is.
Morris Island, 3 minutes from Marsh Harbor.
We know that.
You jump on the plane, you go up, and you come down. You in Morris Island.
Yes.
The track in Morris Island is rock.
Yes.
Imagine
if we had
the facilities he needed at a young age.
Where he would have been now.
And we go right back, that go right back. Shout out to our good friend and bartender, which is CC. CC, I can have another one, please. Thank you so much. If we put all these infrastructures in place, not just for baseball, for sports, we'll be so further as a country.
You know what you say? We need a national sports academy.
And we don't have that.
We don't have that. And I don't know why.
Somebody told me, my good friend Garfield mentioned to me, we was talking, sitting on, shooting the rocks, right?
Garfield Burroughs?
Garfield Burroughs.
Okay.
So, what happens is, we don't think about certain things as the powers to be.
Right.
Powers to be see, they make, in my opinion, my street knowledge, all the decisions based on financial. It's just a gift and a curse. When you have the Popeye Bowl turned Bahamas Bowl coming to this country, you have Palalanas, and I think Bahama have a tournament.
They have a tournament, girls tournament.
Right?
Females.
They have a males and males.
Male too, yeah.
All these tournaments happen at odd hours of the day. What hours of the day?
When you awake.
The average Bahamian gets off at 5 o'clock. The average Bahamian. Government employs the most people in the Bahamas. Private sector has their percentage, and the hotel has their percentage, right? Outside of the hotel, people that work shifts. The average Bahamian gets off at 5 o'clock.
Correct.
So what crowd you expect to have in a gymnasium or a track or at stadium when you have an event, 12 o'clock in the day, 1 o'clock in the day, 12:30 in the day. We have to put in, I'll say this on there and I probably get in trouble. My son told me the other day, Daddy, you have to put your foot down, right? So what do you mean by that? I put gas in my wife's Jeep. She don't put gas in my vehicle, right? So my son comes to me and said, Daddy, put your foot down and tell mommy you're not going to put any gas in the car because she don't put gas in your car. So I laughed. It was funny.
I ain't getting that.
He don't know no different. I can talk to him a couple of years from now.
Yeah. I ain't getting that.
So I said to say the government now, you put that foot down and say, listen, you know the Bahamas Bowl? The Bahamas Bowl is going to be a Friday evening at 6:30 or a Saturday at 4 p.m. It's not going to be 1 o'clock in the day because we're going to have nobody.
No.
We're going to have nobody.
You don't give no one a chance.
And and then they talk about, they remove the IAAF relays. All these things they remove. We can't run from it. We have Jamaicans, we have Haitians, we have
everything.
Asians,
we have everything.
Trinis, everybody here, they want to come, they want to support their team. But at the end of the day, they have to work. If you want a full-on support from the community and the country, you have to put it ample time. You have to let people know, listen, I don't care what ESPN say. I don't care what NBA Sports, NBC Sports say. If you want to have it in our country, this is what it is. And until the government, any government with power, put their foot down and say, in order for it to be successful for us as a country, it has to be at these times. And the same thing with baseball going forward. If you have a baseball game at 12 o'clock in the middle of the day when the sun bright, ain't nobody get on there to watch no game.
Nope.
Now the players can play because they love the sport, they're getting paid for it. But ain't nobody going out there to go watch no game 12:30 in the day.
Nope. I agree.
So Geron, I want to ask you, I want you to tell me, before we wrap up, what you feel needs to happen from your professional opinion, not educational opinion.
Yeah.
Your baseball opinion, because I've been speaking on my street opinion.
Right.
From your baseball knowledge, where we need to be and what needs to happen.
First of all, we need to go back. We need to develop. We need to forget about winning, and we got to develop our kids. We need to put time into coaching. We need to put money into it. I think it's about time we now start paying coaches. We start paying coaches for their knowledge and what they do. Just like you could be a lawyer and a doctor, you could be a coach. But we don't value that.
Right.
We value it as, you just as a coach.
Right.
Not but you really is a coach. Like you really is a big time coach and understand what's going on in the world. Until we do that, we can continue doing what you see we doing.
Just getting by.
We got to pay coaches, and that's in every sport.
People
are families.
We trying to wrap up, but you trying to go into another thing. Where do we get the money from to pay coaches? We now have within the Ministry of Sports? We just don't hire a director of youth and sports, a publicist for youth and sports, this for youth and sports. We say now, hey, listen, we now need national coaches.
Agreed.
For every sport.
Yes.
And this is now your profession.
Yes.
This brother getting the best of me. I said, you want, let me see, you can talk all the time. At the end, I'm polite, but it is what it is.
It is what it is at this point.
So, once we decide as a government that we're going to implement, if we can spend realistically, right, and I say this simple, if we can spend $70 million on the stadium, we can average out $1 million a year to pay coaches and each thing. I started to play golf the other day, guy told me, say, listen, we get children involved in this, they guarantee the scholarship. If they average, golfers,
They can get scholarship.
they get a scholarship. I didn't know that. Only because I have friends that play basketball in night league, I know that they had games in the stadium.
Yeah.
They had one game in Saginaw with Kyrie Irving, and the gym had every other seat had somebody. No, and then the thing about it is now, you gotta pay hundreds of dollars to go see Kyrie Irving play, right? You could come in and pay $20. And it wasn't Bakot. And he wasn't the only one.
It was a couple of them.
It's a couple of them. That's when Kyrie get mad because he get fouled, put it back and leave. He's a prima donna. But anyway,
Yeah.
But I said to say, if you're not in the circle, so like if I ain't in the baseball world, if I don't go by the Freedom Farms or the JBLN, I wouldn't have seen the little, what's the guy named? Ryan Rackley. I said, well, who's little bright boy is with the San Fran shirt on? He probably buy that from one shop.
Not knowing. Right.
But being in the baseball world now because of my nephews and my son, I know that. You understand? And that's the thing. We have a problem. And like I said, that's another conversation for another podcast. As Bahamian people, we only talk about the bad shit.
That's true. That's it.
That's it. All the bad stuff
Yep.
make the news.
Yep. Front page.
The topic is discussing this today. When this show probably aired, they're talking about Dexter Dobbs and his concert getting cancelled.
Yeah.
They're talking about who gets signed and who do this and who do that and all these other things to that.
Positive stuff.
Michael Sean, the boy from Freeport who's played for, I think the Colts. Right?
Indianapolis.
Yeah, they call it, but he have a nickname? Is someone have a nickname?
See that? What it is?
Mega Strong.
See, we ain't know that. The average Bahamian don't know that.
He have a nickname. His daddy, I think he's a junior. If I'm not mistaken. But I think they from Freeport.
That's the Freeport again.
Once again, we don't talk about the things that make sense. We don't talk about the things that don't make sense. Irrelevant news. I don't give two cracks in the dark who running for the F&M chairman. That don't make who running for the PLB chairman. That don't make nothing. That make me don't never mind. But when you have 9-year-old who can play 11, 12.
That important.
That's important. You know what I do? If I sit down and watch it news with my son, I can say, listen, see you don't have to be like him, but it's a possibility that's what he's doing is possible. It's not impossible. When I sit down, you watch Jazz make it to the majors. It's a possibility.
Not impossible.
That don't have to be your road in life. But it can happen if that's what you want it to be. Michael Strawn, playing in the NFL. He was a walk-on the training camp that made the team. It's a possibility.
We got lottery picks in basketball.
You understand what I'm saying?
Look at that.
We have DeAndre Ayton, first round pick.
First pick, eh?
You see,
First pick.
Buddy here just get traded to the Indiana Pacers. I sure he probably leaving the Pacers to go to that team.
I don't know if you realize, Jonquel Jones was the WNBA MVP.
MVP, and they win a championship.
Oh.
And they get mad at her. You know why she used to denounce the game instead of shit to go play? Because of the opportunities. If we afford our Bahamian athletes these opportunities,
they ain't gonna
they gonna where?
No.
They have a letter asking Bahamian people to donate funds for the National Basketball Association. That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous.
I agree.
But at the end of the day, I hope and I pray that us as a Bahamian people, we come together, Geron, and we put all our personal stuff aside, and we do anything and everything that's beneficial for the youth and the Bahamian people. They give them the opportunities, because at the end of the day, once they make it, another one can make it.
I agree.
And in the words of DJ Khaled, another one. And another one.
One thing I can say to that. You want me to tell you what could help all of that? Let me tell you that, for me, the biggest problem in the Bahamas. And you could tell me if I'm wrong. It's the adults who ain't even playing the sports. It's the adults. It's me and you. Not the children. The children is friends.
Yeah.
The children is doing things together. They don't even know. It's me and you. As the adults. Who ain't playing?
We ain't playing.
We don't have a chance.
Not in the world.
But we creating the problems.
Because we living vicariously through our children.
Right.
Some of us.
We creating the problems. Don't play with them. Don't do that. Don't do that. But they's friends.
Yeah. They don't see nothing.
They don't see
All they
nothing.
want to do is play and win.
That's it.
That's it.
Me and you.
We causing the confusion.
We causing the confusion.
Geron, thank you, man.
I appreciate it,
you, man. Coming through, talking to me, enlightening about this
Anytime.
baseball world. Now I know the difference between 60 and 90. I get now. I get 2 more conversations like this. And I promise I get into the league.
You there?
I probably get in Triple A. Triple A is the bottom.
No, we can start you off in single league.
Single A is the bottom.
No, rookie is we can skip rookie. We
Rookie?
Can go to single.
No, I can catch.
Yeah, so we go.
I just can't.
We go single.
I can't catch behind the bottom.
No.
And I can't catch first base. And I have a bad knee. You know, I had a surgically repaired
So we can
knee.
get you a discount.
So I can't play shortstop.
So we get you a discount.
I play left field.
Discount. Then.
Left field. I tell you what I would sign for. How much my mortgage is. I was signed with a 300 grand.
And you good.
I good. 1 year contract, 300 grand.
You good.
I better be the prettiest girl on the field. Thanks, man. Appreciate it, man.
Appreciate it.
Travelers Rest is where we at.
Travelers
We
Rest.
smoking
I can eat
Rocky
this burger
Patel.
now.
We have a grilled chicken sandwich. I on Casa Amigos, my good friend here on Jack and Coke. And this is the place to be. Each and every weekend, join us here for a conversation off camera. Travelers Rest, Cigar Lounge. Pick up the Dawn and the whole crew, Dion. Be in the place. See you all next week, Thursday. Same place, same time. On the Spot podcast. Sorry, be on the spot, but the podcast is spot on. There we go.